What's up, guys and gals? How's everyone doing today? I just stopped by in this quick little video to tell you guys two things. Number one, just found out about a new series. And number two, I'm already caught up on that series. I mean, the reason for that being it's only 21 chapters strong, but therein lies the key word for me, strong. And that is the point of this video. I'm urging any of you who are already a fan of the Kengan series, I urge you to go check this out. Let's go back to the rule of two here. Number one, why? Because if you're following the Kengan series and stuff, it's another fighting manga. And number two, it's set in that same Kengan universe because it's written by the same guy. So, but I just found out about it this week and already binged it, already caught up on it. And it's got some of the closer to the Ashura style of art over the Omega, more digital, more feeling a little bit AI, too much digital shading feel that current Omega is in. So if you were a fan of the old, more hand-drawn, sketchier, hard-line style of Ashura over the current Omega, then this is right up your alley. Now, what's the series called? Well, it's called Star Strike It Rich, and it is still set within the Kengan universe. I wasn't 100% sure, but I am caught up, so slight spoiler alert, I guess. I'm only going to be talking about characters, not really what happens. So, and once again, it's only 21 chapters, so you can probably easily catch up yourself. So I'm going to try to keep this a little spoiler free as far as that goes. But it is set in the Kengan universe, and it's following female fighters. This time it's following female fighters. Now, I got no problem with that because even though Kengan has its slew of female characters, we don't really get a whole lot or any really female fighters. And of course we know that there are tons of female fighters out there in any type of manga and in the real world and etc, etc. So I've actually posed this question before on Kengan streams and stuff. I'm like, where are the girls at? Like, who can throw down? And look no further than this series right here. So and I know there's that Dumbbell series that Sandra also writes or whatever, but I haven't read that one. So anyways, I found out about this one because it's gaining a lot of traction. I first saw about it on a Reddit piece and stuff, and I thought it was just if you're looking for like the girl version of Kengan, check this out. I didn't realize it was by Sandra at the time. And then in Misk Content's Discord, once again, go check out Misk, fellow YouTuber, fellow reviewer, etc. In his Discord, I saw that they were talking about it as well, and I said, oh wow, is this really a thing? It's gaining some traction. I'm hearing more and more about it, and then I saw it somewhere else. I forget where, but it might have been another Discord. But either way, found out about it, got caught up, and said, okay, this is pretty solid. So I urge any of you who are a fan of Kengan and might not like the direction of Omega right now or something like that, or still love the brutality of old Kengan and stuff like that, the fighting and the characters and stuff, you just want something a little fresh. You almost want to hit a bit of a reset button, a little bit of a breather, and go somewhere else in the world. Well, this basically fits that bill pretty much to a T, and the good thing is that we don't really know what exactly time frame this is all happening in, as far as I know. I might have missed that, but it's small time. Currently, anyways. I mean, big things are, I guess, happening within the confines of this particular manga, but right now we are at the bottom of the barrel. The premise of the story is we're on a starting out business. It's a brand new organization, but they're bottom feeders. They're at the bottom of the totem pole that is the pyramid of all these underground and professional fighting rings. We're just starting out because we're in a lawless part of town. We're in, downtown in the slums that aren't too nice, and you're constantly seeing the assaults and stuff like that. It's like, all right, we got to channel this. We got to make some money on this. And lo and behold, a group of unlikely friends. We have a dirty cop. We have a fighter herself. And we also have who turns into a bit of the brains of the operation. She's got the eye for the prize, eye for the promotion, eye for the money. And then we have a thrown into the chair of a small-time Yakuza family. These three ladies get together, as friends and stuff, but they also go all in on starting this small underground ring for female fighters. Now, I will say that, and that's the premise of the story and stuff. And there's a lot of things that I like about this so far. I like the pacing. I like the characterization is great. We've already been introduced to a slew of pretty interesting characters, great designs, etc., etc. And the thing that I like is, in Chapter 1, no less, they bring up the fact that in female sports, we need sex appeal. That's like right out of the gate. And one of the big flaws of our main character, she's like, but that's not what I'm doing here. It's like, I'm fighting to win and stuff. It's like, listen, your fights aren't flashy because you're not heavyweight. Because females, you know, generally it's not like the heavyweight stuff, and that's why they're so big. You know, you ever heard about that? It's like the heavyweight champion of the world, you know? I mean, you can hear about it like welterweights and lightweights and stuff, but the one that draws the most money, the one that draws all the stuff, is the bigger punches, the harder knockouts and stuff, right? They want to see the bigger finishes, the bigger brutality. That's one way to draw in a crowd. The other way, but once again, with females generally weighing less and stuff like that, you don't see the big flashy finishes. You don't see the big Arnold-sized guys, right? So, you know, smashing through brick walls and stuff. So, that's off the table. So what does the female fighters bring to the table? The sex appeal. The eroticism of the whole thing, right? And she goes, but I'm not doing that either. So it's like, well, then, yeah, you know. So I love the fact that they immediately sort of, I mean, it's sort of there, but not overdone. It's no, you know, Shokugeki no Soma level crab or anything like that, or fairy tale or anything like that, you know what I mean? They're trying to keep this like, yeah, female fighters and stuff like that, and sometimes it's brought up like, oh, a high school uniform, maybe we can try a theme fight or something like that, costumes, etc. But at the end of the day, they really are just there to be brutal. They're there to fight. They're there to throw down, kick ass in very bloody ways, and it works. It works really well for the story, you know. I'm just glad that it was addressed in the very first chapters. Like, there are two options to draw in big crowds. And if you're not willing to get as big as a house and really get some knockdown power, and you're not willing to, you know, show off the goods, then I got no use for you, and I'm not going to promote you, and this is a dying business. Next, you know what I mean? Like, that's just the way the business works, the marketing works, right? And I love that they found this little niche right down the middle, and they're trying to find the brutality and stuff, and I like that we are following the managers of this, and we're of course following the fighter, but more so the business side of trying to up and come, not trying to get into an already established billion-dollar underground cage fighting. We're trying to start one, and we're constantly trying to find the newest gimmick, the newest leg up on the competition, the newest way to get into the industry, to draw in crowds, to make more money, right? So it's definitely a new take with the sort of similar same Kengan formula, but just with that little twist, those little differences that are, in my opinion, are setting it apart in a big way. So, and I already really like a lot of the fighters. I really like the Sena sisters. They'll, once again, no spoilers and stuff, but I really like the Sena sisters, their design, their the differences with them and stuff like that. I like, as I said, the three characters who are managing this from different perspectives. As I said, we have the young maiden of the Yakuna, a daughter of the Yakuza family. We have the dirty cop who's all, you know, shark teeth and ready to throw down herself. And then we have the retired fighter who is sort of like trying to hold everything together. She seems to be the nucleus, the brains of the operation. If anything, I would have to say, and it's probably going to be the hot take I have, but it's the only thing that I'm sort of like, meh, I could take it or leave it about the series, is honestly the main fighter. But I urge you guys to make your own opinions on this before taking mine, because I really think this is just me and a personal preference, because I can't really pinpoint why I don't really care for her. I just don't. Maybe it's just that personality type A or B or whatever she's got that just ain't vibing with me, but I honestly think that she's the weakest part. Everything else outside of this is solid. It's really good. The art, would argue, is better than Current Omega, chapter to chapter. The designs are just as good. Like, I've liked all the designs. The pacing, the flow, and once again, the premise is all good. And the fights are very good. The fights are really good. You know, I've just been enjoying them. We're just sort of going back down to basics when it comes to the fights. And because it's reminding me of that movie Damage, with Stone Cold and stuff like that, right? They just surround, people make up a circle, there's a couple of parked cars in a parking garage or some shit, and they're just throwing down. We're back to the basics. We're not on this big stage anymore. We're going back down to the streets, and I kind of like it. I kind of like the change in venue in that regard. You know what I mean? So either way, as I said, this is supposed to be just a short video to let you guys know. I urge you to check out the series if you are a fan of fighting manga, if you're a fan of Kengan and stuff like that, and you just want to sink your teeth into something different. And if you don't like it, I mean, it's only 21 chapters. How long is it going to take you to read it? I'm just saying. Maybe you found something even greater than I did. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep up with it. And I'm not saying it's 10 out of 10, but I'm definitely going to keep following it. So, and maybe it gets even better. So we just don't know yet, right? 21 chapters strong. Urge you guys to check it out. That's all this is. So like, comment, and subscribe as always. And we'll see you guys back here next time, especially for the next Kengan Omega chapter review. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. Have a good one. Sayonara, everybody.